On Netflix, I caught a movie I haven't seen in well over 20 years. Darkman from 1990, starring Liam Neeson, and directed by Sam Raimi. This was a movie they recently added on Netflix, and I thought, hey, it's been a while. And a lot of it is kind of how I remembered. There are some cheesy effects, but at least there's something there in the style and all this. So, to start the movie off, it starts out a little odd. We got the studio logos, then we have this mist saying who worked on the movie, then we cut to a dock. There's a guy, he's getting put, him and his gang of dock workers are being pushed out of a territory they have to sell. And he's like, no one tells me what to do. So he fights this other guy who is one of the main villains of the movie, or actually the dragon, the big henchman. And his name is Rant. And he has his people shoot up all these guys in a very improbable way. He's actually got a henchman who has a prosthetic leg that is a machine gun. And another guy reaches down, grabs a machine gun, mows all these guys down. While they're being shot at, I guess Mr. Dock Worker Union Boy doesn't have people who can fire guns with any precision whatsoever. So I can see how he's easily defeated. He starts getting some fingers cut off in a cigar cutter. I mean, that was one of my big takeaways from the movie. I thought that was gruesome as all hell back in the day. And anyways, I'm hearing stuff out in the bushes. That's pleasant. So there's this gal, she's a lawyer. Her boyfriend's a scientist, played by Liam Neeson. And she's working some case. I don't really recall the details of this, but she left the papers with Liam Neeson, and this has to do with some properties. And Rant comes looking at Liam Neeson's his lab where he's trying to develop prosthetic skin. There's some early CGI here. You have I think it's a hand or a finger that's rotating, a nose, and it's CGI. And at other points it's done with like a double exposure overlay hologram kind of look. But anyways, Durant and his goons come in, kill the Asian assistant. They rough up Liam Neeson pretty good. There's an explosion. Everybody thinks he's dead. They said, hey, not much to bury at the funeral. Yeah, there's an ear. There's some bad green screen in this movie. Another thing I remembered vividly. I mean, even the transition from the girlfriend finding out that the lab's been blown up to being at the funeral, how she's standing still in front of a green screen, and we have the transition done in like chroma key, and you got a green outline around her that's not good. Yeah, things like that don't age this movie any justice. But as we continue, Liam Neeson survived, and he is actually highly burned. Yeah, John Doe. He's burned so much, these doctors discovered him and figured that the way they can help him out is to cut some nerves so he can't feel any pain. So he can't really feel anything, and that seemingly gives him super strength. Oh boy, got so many people coming around me. I don't like this, but so Liam Neeson is out to do justice. He's a vigilante now. He's going to get these people. One of the things he does is he finds pictures of them. He takes pictures and he uses their face to build prosthetic faces, these masks, so he can pretend to be them and set them up to get the real guy killed off by their own crew. Should this really work? Like, even if he can do the voice impressions, Liam Neeson is 6'5". With Liam Neeson being 6'5" and taller than anybody else in the movie, it should be pretty apparent when he is not the guy they think he is. It doesn't totally add up that way. There's a chase with a helicopter, it's pretty good. Danny Elfman's score is abysmal. It swamps the movie. It's one of the worst things about it, actually. And in Danny Elfman, I think you can kind of find that if you look back at Tim Burton's 1989 Batman film, The music doesn't do that film a lot of justice either, and you actually hear some of the Simpsons score if you listen carefully enough, even though I suppose he composed that music before the Simpsons. But yeah, it's kind of there. And the score in this film makes all the action cartoonish, even when it is otherwise violent and extreme. I feel like it makes the movie played for laughs more than it should have been, so it is hokey. So a helicopter crashes that had Darkman tied to it. He doesn't actually call himself Darkman until the end of the movie anyways. And next we see new kind of boyfriend of Liam Neeson's girlfriend is being captured by, well actually her boyfriend sort of is capturing her, taking her hostage. He's meeting up with Rant. We know Durant surely died in the helicopter. Hey, what do you know? It's Liam Neeson with a face mask. They head up to the top of this building where he was rebuilding the city, I guess you could say. And at this point, they have a bit of a fight on the high beams. The high steel, he keeps calling it. Liam Neeson just sort of disappears and drops down on him. And anyways, kicks him off the side, whatever. Lets him go. And this is a hero who's not afraid to kill people. It's like, hey, you can't kill anybody. You wouldn't be any better than me. Oh, I'll find a way or whatever. Drops him. Then Liam Neeson decides, hey, Francis McDormand, you're not right for me. I'm head off in the distance. Got a Bruce Campbell face now. That's Darkman. Fairly enjoyable. Interesting editing, even if it doesn't age great. I give Darkman 2.5 out of 4 stars.